Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're back. We're doing a Ravnica Allegiance Intermediate Swiss Draft League. We've got Skewer the Critics. I think we'll probably take that. There's also a Racketeers in here, which is very good. I like the Collision Colossus. Smothering Tithe, not terribly exciting and limited. Probably constructed either. Rumbling Ruin, good card, but probably don't need to first pick it over a cheap removal. And then Aeromunculus, same sort of thing. Good card. Good card. Always play it in Simic, but I would say just take the monocolor removal spell. That's cheap and effective and can burn face over it. So we'll take Skewer. Follow-up pick. You know, I have gotten destroyed by this card in the past. I'm pretty tempted to take it here. Really ridiculous card in the right deck. I think I even played against an aggro Rakdos deck that was jamming it, and they were just like, you know, playing one drops that were hybrid and just drawing cards. It was really nasty. So we're going to take Tome here. Other good cards in here. I like the Fireblade Artist. As much as I like this card, I feel like I never get to play it. Otherwise, Get the Point, good removal. Frenzied Arynx, Windstorm Drake, all those are good. We'll take the Tome and see if we can make it work. If we can't, so be it. Okay. The pick here. Well, the best card is Sphinx of Nuprov by quite a bit, so we probably can take it. Otherwise, there's Summary Judgment, but Sphinx is better than that. 4 mana, 4 power, Flying Vigilance with more upside. Really good. Yeah, we'll just take the Sphinx over the Judgment, Removal, the Smash, the Roustabout. Both of those cards work with Skewer, but Sphinx is just way better. So we're going to take it. Okay, now we can take Summary Judgment, Sphinx's Insight, Rally to Battle. I'm okay taking the Judgment. I've found it to be pretty effective removal. But Sphinx's Insight is going to work better with the Tome. I would say we still want the Judgment. Of Sphinx of Nuprov versus Skewer the Critics in terms of what I should be building towards, I think Sphinx is a better card than Skewer. I would first pick a Sphinx over a Skewer, definitely. Even though it's 2-color, I definitely would. We'll take the Judgment here over the Insight. Okay, so we're on to pick 5. The best card they're all pretty underwhelming, quite frankly. Could take the Knight of Last Breath. It's really not that exciting. Could take the Cry of the Carnarium. This is a good card in certain matchups. Definitely good in certain matchups. Doesn't build towards our Sphinx, but there's really just nothing in white or black, or white or blue, rather, that's worth taking. I'm just going to take the Cry here. Hackerbat is very good. There's also a Summary Judgment, but could be that we're back on the Rakdos plan. We did just pass a bunch of Roustabouts, but I think hindsight's 20/20 on that. I'm going to take Hackerbat over Summary Judgment. It's multicolor for Tome, but it's also just a really good card. I like Gruul Beastmaster a lot. There's a Rafter Demon. I guess I could take it. It's not great. I don't really like it that much, but it does work with Tome. And at this point, I kind of want to pull the trigger on a deck. So I think I'm going to take the Demon and see if Rakdos... There's a Slimebind in here too, though. I keep kind of waxing and waning between Rakdos and Azorius here. I'm going to take the Demon just because of Tome, basically. I don't like Spear Spewer most of the time, but could make an exception for this deck. I'd probably just take Rubble Slinger. It's usually playable. It's not a great aggro card. It does work with Tome, though. And Macabre Mockery is actually a fine card. You can use it defensively as like a removal spell, but it's a little situational. I'm going to take the Slinger over the Spear Spewer. Some more fixing in there as well. So we can take the Spewer now, or take a Gruul Guildgate, or we can take the Rumbling Ruin. We don't have any +1/+1 counter cards, so it'd basically be a 6 mana 6/6 probably in our deck most of the time. I guess we can take a Spewer. I really don't like Spewer. I think you guys know that. Even in aggro Rakdos, I'm just really not a fan of the Spewer, but I think we'll take it. You can take the Transport here. There's also a Storm Strike. Transport's playable. Thirsting Shade's really not that great. None of them are multicolor. Guess we'll go Transport. Don't like any of these cards either. I guess we'll take the Acrobat. Gravelhide Goblin, playable, not exciting. Could take the Gateway Plaza, but we might find some fixing for Goblin later, I guess. Could splash off the Plaza, though. I'm going to take Plaza. I just don't think Gravelhide Goblin is that good. Alright, got a Roustabout anyway, which is good news for us. There were a lot that went around, though, so that kind of makes sense. We're going to take the Tower Defense past the better green card because we're not in green. All in all, honestly, not a bad back one. We've got some good cards. Couple removal. I'd like this to be better, but we'll see what we can do. Biomancer's Familiar is worth 2 cents, so we're not going to take that. There's an Ill-Gotten Inheritance. Just fine, not exciting. There's a Rubblebelt Recluse. We have Plague White. I like Ill-Gotten Inheritance, but I kind of don't want to take it here. Probably take the Carrion Imp. It flies. I found it to be just very, very practical and good. Recluse would be fine too, but let's try and keep the curve low if we're going to do some aggro. And actually, our deck is fairly well suited to play Cry of the Carnarium right now. I was going to say because we have all these 3 toughness guys, but we have some 2 toughness guys too. I'm going to take the Imp. Not the most exciting first pick. Alright, follow-up pick. Well, Vindictive Vampire is really good, so happy to take that card. Super strong. Unfortunately, it does not have good synergy with Vindictive Vampire if you're killing your own guys. But that's fine. It's still very good. It survives Cry of the Carnarium, so that is actually really good. We'll take it. So we can take another Rubble Slinger, but Blade Juggler, way too good to pass. There's a Gates Ablaze, but we only have 1 gate currently. I'll take the Juggler. I really like the Juggler a lot. Alright, Burning Tree Vandal, Undercity's Embrace, Grasping Thrall. We could splash the Grasping Thrall. It's multicolor for Tome. Tome can also fix for it and draw off of it. Gateway Plaza, same sort of deal. Maybe get another Gateway Plaza on the wheel. I'm giving up a Burning Tree Vandal and Undercity's Embrace, which I just don't care about. I'm going to take the Thrall here and try and splash for it. Maybe wheel an Orzhov Guildgate. There's another chance to get a Plaza. Could take the Syndicate Guildmage for Splash and Tome of the Guildpact Synergy. Maybe just take another Plaza, although you don't want to go too deep on those. Could take the Noxious Grudian, but not really blown away by that either. Splashing Syndicate Guildmage doesn't seem great. Could take the Rubblebelt Recluse. It's actually a pretty good finisher. We look like we're a 17 land sort of Rakdos stack. Alright, I'll take the Recluse. I don't want to mess with my mana too much here. Footlight Fiend is like perfect for our deck, but it's the same pack as Skewer, so we're going to take that. Skewer's too good to pass. Being able to burn face is huge. Wow. Bedeck Bedazzle, that's kind of perfect too. There's also Get the Point, but this is cheaper. Still very effective. They're both multicolor. They're both good for the deck. Rakdos Guildgate would be good as well. But we'll take the Bedeck Bedazzle. Like I said, cheaper. So we can take the Wrecker. That's actually fine. Otherwise, there's a Savage Smash that we could splash, but take the Wrecker. Recluse number 2. Otherwise, we could take a Plague White. I really like Plague White. Or a second Recluse. We'll take the Plague White. I'm going to do everything in my power to not play Spear Spewer if possible, because we're looking more of like a mid-range Rakdos deck anyway. I'll take Drill Bit. Balrak, Clan Crusher, not really worth the splash since we barely have any +1/+1 counters things anyway. I guess we'll take a Shade, which I'm not really excited about either. Blade Brand is playable, I've found. Guess we take a Locket, help splash for Thrall, but I don't think it's going to happen. Could take the Savage Smash. It's probably more likely we maybe splash that since we have the Gateway Plaza. And it does work with Tome of the Guild Pact. Take a Locket. Well, last pick. Card I don't really want, but is playable. Vindictive Vampire number 2 seems pretty good to me. Really like this card. So I think we'll take it. Yeah, that seems fine to me. I'm going to try and just set stuff aside that I would prefer to not play. Guess even Debtor's Transport I could upgrade. Okay, take the Vindictive Vampire. How are we doing on multicolor? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not too bad. Could be better though. Blood Crypt, Guildgate, Scorchmark is the pick. Cheap removal that exiles really good. Consecrate Consume. Well, technically works with the gate that we have and works with the Tome of the Guild Pact. It's also a Roustabout in here, and we only have 12 creatures though, so I think we take the Roustabout. Probably a better idea than splashing a Consume. Let's get our multicolor count up as well. Gruul Guildgate for Savage Smash, Splash, but I guess you could splash a Spellbreaker too, huh? Another Rubble Slinger. There's Carrion Imp as well. Kind of still like upping our multicolored spell count, but are we going to run into problems running 2/3 Reachers? Because like I could take another Carrion Imp here and get another flyer. It's not a bad idea. How many multicolor do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7's a pretty decent count. We may just want to go flyer here. Flyers win games. It's also a gate. Help the mana. We're only 2 cards from a deck, and they probably should both be creatures, though. Wouldn't hurt to get some more fixing. I'm going to take the Imp, though. Get another flyer. Glass the Guild Pact. Well, that's kind of cool. How many multicolored creatures do we have? We have multicolored spells, but we need actual multicolored creatures. We only have 5. We do have Afterlife potential, though, which does technically work with Glass of the Guild Pact, because they're multicolor spirits. I guess they could. Otherwise, Ors have Guildgate to help splash for our Thrall. Glass of the Guild Pact is much more interesting. I'm going to take it and see if I can't make it work. If I can't, so be it. I really hope I can. Like Vizkopa here is now way better. Gateway Plaza number 2 would be fine too, but we're going to definitely take the Vizkopa. I think we cut the drill bit, move it to sideboard. Probably don't need the Blade Brand either. Could take a Goblin. Could take the Ignis. It's playable. Otherwise, we take a Gruul Guildgate for Savage Splash. Probably not necessary. Guess we'll take the Ignis. Well, here's our gate. Yeah, we'll take the gate. Over the Scavenger, that's fine. Carrying Imp number 3, or another chance to get Gruul Guildgate, or an Undercity's Embrace. Removal is currently Scorchmark, Cry the Carnarium, Double Skewer the Critics, Bedeck Bedazzle. We're kind of okay on removal. I guess I'll take... Do I want a third Imp? Or do I really want to try and splash a Savage Smash off of a Gateway Plaza and a Gruul Guildgate? I don't know if we're going to play a third Imp, honestly. We're already having to make a cut. I guess I'll just take the gate. Got the Rakdos Guildgate. Another Savage Smash in here, but we'll take the gate. Got the Rubble Singer back. It's actually really nice, because now our creature, multicolored creature count's a little bit better. Don't really care about any of these. Best card's probably the Brush Rider. Guess we could take a Storm Strike. We're not going to play it, though. Maybe Active Tree's not a sideboard is more likely. Well, got one anyway. It doesn't matter. All right. Cool deck. I've never, having Tome and Glass as a Guild Pact, double synergistic rare is actually kind of cool. We have enough multicolor creatures to make it work, but like just barely. But it's enough. It's enough. 7 is enough where I'm not going to be unhappy about it. That is for sure. So let's figure out what's getting cut. Because we can cut 3 creatures. Up to, I mean. So we can cut 2 creatures, basically. But what are the 2 creatures we want to cut? Actually, did I not count? All right. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we have 8. 8 is actually totally reasonable. And in terms of actual multicolored spells, we have 8. Only 9. 9's fine too. I want to play the Debtor's Transport for the Glass Synergy as well. So I guess we're cutting the worst monocolored creatures in the deck. It's probably... The worst monocolored creatures in the deck are probably Gorklan Wrecker and Rubblebelt Recluse, because I still really like the Vindictive Vampires a lot. And if I cut these 2, at least our curve is still pretty reasonable with Plague White and Ignis. We still have a little bit of cheap removal too. This deck actually seems fine to me. I kind of like it. I kind of like this deck. It's weird in that... I was going to say I don't know how beat down it is, but it's still pretty beat down. So, at the very least, a cool deck that's a little more unusual to get because of Glass of the Guild Pact and Tome of the Guild Pact, the double multicolor synergy. We got enough fixing, I think, to be totally fine as well. We're not going to run the Gruul Guildgate. Doesn't really help us with Rubble Slinger at all. Since it offers red mana anyway, so you're better off just running a mountain. We already have 2 sources of white. We only have 1. No, we have 3 sources of white, so we don't actually have to run a plains, which is also nice. Our mana, or our deck is not super color intensive, which is good. So technically we could run a plains and it probably wouldn't hurt the deck. And we'd have 4 sources of white if you included the tome. I don't know if we need 4 sources of white. I guess it allows us to cast Vizkopa as well. Let me take a look here. If I did it like this, it would be 8 red, or 10 black, 8 red, 4 white. That sounds pretty good, actually. If I do this, it's 9-9, though? Maybe I don't want to do 9-9. No, this would be 9-8. Wait, that can't be right. No, this would be 9-9. 9-9-4. 9-9-4 seems fine to me, actually, because we do need both colors for all our multicolor. Even though we have more black than red, I think 9-9-4 is totally fine. Okay. Cool. Cool deck. Very cool. Looks fun. See what we can do with it. Yeah. Actually, the curve's not bad at all. So, all right. Here you have it. We'll see you round 1. Round 1. Keeping this hand. Okay. Plague White's a good draw, actually, because it can attack the Caretaker. Ah. Plague White actually works nice in conjunction with the deck. It's kind of cool. Uh-oh. Yeah, Incubation Druid must die. Card is too good. There's our Glass of the Guild Pact as well. That's nice. I'm gonna kill the Incubation Druid. That card is just too good. I guess we can attack first since it doesn't really matter. Alright. Getting in for 2. Sorry. I did that thing where you roll right over your headphone cord. Okay. And then we'll play the deck on the... I guess we can wait for them to adapt, actually. Oh, wait, they can adapt in response, though. It's actually worth it to wait. Maybe it's not, actually. Well, we'll see. The Engineer. We're still definitely killing the Incubation Druid. Ooh, Vindictive. Well, that's best use of mana. However, the Vizkopa Vampire, probably a better play here. Although next turn I can go Ignis plus Vizkopa. That's true. But if I play Vizkopa, then next turn I can go Ignis plus Glass. I'd rather have a 4-2 than a 2-3 right now, I think is basically what's the deciding factor here. Oh, that card's good. The Roustabout. Okay. So now we go glass. Get in with the Vizkopa. Play the Roustabout and pass. Okay. Okay, so we'll go Vindictive pre-combat. Get in with the Roustabout. That works for me. And we'll play the Ignis and pass. Okay. I don't think there's any reason to sandbag lands, right? No, I don't think so. So we can't attack with anything. So I guess we just play the Guildgate and say go. Okay. And what does this get again? Vigilance or Death Touch? Okay. I guess that's alright. Alright, so we'll attack with Plague White. So we have our white mana for a Grasping Thrall now, which is good. Okay. We'll attack for 2. And then we'll play a land and say go. Oh, I needed to sacrifice to stay alive here. Not a huge deal. I guess I would have gotten a Rebel Slinger, and then what I would have gotten? And then a Plains, so I still would have died, but it would have been smarter to sack that to steal the Engineer to gain 1 life and drain, and then attack with both of those, but it's not a huge deal. Sideboard. So we can steal their bigger things. Now I can't steal the 5/5 flyer, and we don't have any. I think we take Drill Bit. That actually makes a lot of sense against a ramp deck. Blade Brand is actually pretty good to have too. It just gives us a way to deal with the big things. Things we cut. Cry of the Carnarium seems worse. It doesn't actually deal with the rampers, and then beyond the ramp. Well, I mean, it deals with some of them, but not enough. I think it actually hurts us more than them. So I think we'll cut that. I actually really like Rafter Demon here too. Ignis could be worse, but it is like a card that is cheap and beats a little bit, but I'm kind of tempted to cut it. I think we will. I'll cut the Ignis. Okay, that seems fine. We'll play first. That's a keep. Good hand. So our opponent mulled to 5 this game. That was a good draw. At least lets us cast the Acrobat, regardless of whether we get in with this Plague White or not. Guess we don't have to show the white mana yet. Okay. So we'll play the Imp here. Okay. All right. So here we'll play the Tome and pass. All right. So we'll go Slinger first. Draw. And we'll go Land, Vindictive Vampire, and pass. Okay. All right. Thrall's a good draw. We'll play a land and say go. Okay. So we're in pretty big trouble now. Play the Imp, and I guess we'll get rid of the Acrobat. Okay. Play the Debtor's Transport here. Drill Bit, unfortunately, is an actual do nothing right now. Feel as though we're in some trouble. I'm not even sure if I can comfortably attack here. Like, they just block with a Caretaker and drain me, and then I have 2 blockers for a bunch of really powerful attackers. So I think we just wait. Okay, take 3. So I guess we'll Drill Bit our opponent. Get rid of a Summary Judgment. Play land. And pass. All right, take 7. Yeah. Hmm. I guess I can. Hmm. 4, 7, 11, 12. So if I skewer the Vindictive, can attack with the Debtor's Transport and the Plague White. Technically, I'm left with a Carrying Imp. They attack with everything. I take 4, 8, 11, 12. So I can't do that. I guess I just attack with the Transport then. That's actually fine. It's probably good for us, to be honest. I would have just blocked with the Caretaker. Hmm. Play a Plaza, pass. Okay. So I think we'll just chump the Sphinx. I guess we'll probably chump this too, and then just take 4. All right, and then we'll draw Bedeck Bedazzle. So I guess we'll kill Creeper. Draw. So we'll play a land and then we'll pass. So we block the 2 biggest guys, and I believe we still die. I guess we go to 2. All right, very good. We'll see you round 2. Round 2. We're going to keep this hand. Opponent is going first. All right. All right. Yep, I think we just play the Plaza and pass. Could have played the Glass of the Guild Pact, but I think it's smarter to get our red mana now. All right, opponent plays Sinnet Courier, which actually does dodge our removal pretty effectively. So I guess we'll just play the Glass of the Guild Pact and we'll just work on setting up for a nice Tome of the Guild Pact to do some work for us. No one expects the 2 Sinnet Couriers. Well, I guess we can play a Tome of the Guild Pact next turn. Or we can just drop the Grasping Thrall first. It's not as sexy. I kind of want to get value out of my Thrall. I mean, I am getting value in that it's a 5 mana 4/4 that drains for 2, but I guess I kind of want more value. We'll see. They're probably just a high alert deck, is my guess. Because the Sinnet Couriers are very good in that deck. Syndicate Messenger. Well, kind of want to bedeck that, but I don't think I'm going to. So I think we're just going to play the Tome here. And then next turn, I can actually play Thrall plus Skewer the Critics because they're going to lose life. And then I can maybe kill a messenger then. Or maybe nuke something else if I have to. Alright. So let's play the Thrall first. Guess I don't have to, but I'm going to protect my life total and just do it. I mean, it only protects me one life max, I guess, but that's okay. I'm still okay with it. So next turn, we probably just jam the Rubble Slinker first, because getting the reach guy down seems important. Okay. Okay. So I think we'll attack first. Very duelist. Okay. So I can't cast Bedeck on it, but I can Scorch Mark it. But I still think we'd rather Scorch Mark the Griffin, probably. Oh. What? Huh. Okay. Well, now... Okay. Here's what we do. So we'll Bedeck the Griffin. Draw a card. And then we could actually Scorch Mark the Courier, but I think I'd rather just play a Slinger. I'd rather draw more cards. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Vindictive is pretty good. So let's get in with the... I guess technically we can get in with both. We have 6 mana at our disposal, so we can at least go like Rebel Slinger plus Roustabout follow up. Rebel Slinger Vizkopa is probably better. We probably just attack with the Thrall then. We're still drawing cards. We have way more cards than our opponent. We should just be focusing on that. So now we'll just start jamming some dudes. So we'll play our Roustabout, draw, play our Vizkopa, draw, play our land, and pass. Okay. Alright, so we're up to what now? 6, 7, 8 mana. Can at least play the Vindictive Vampire first. Leave up the Scorch Mark. So I think we'll Scorch Mark the Duelist. Gain some life. And play a Plague White. And pass. Alright. Gate Colossus. Ooh, that was a great draw. So we'll play the second one. And I think we can actually attack with everything. Because, yeah, they'll probably block our... I mean, we could just attack with these, and each thing they kill drains them for 2. That's pretty huge, actually. So they would block like this and this. Take 4, 6. Yeah, this is better. We're just throwing everything at them, and actually the Roustabout's good too. Yeah, this puts them in pretty big trouble. Double Vindictive Vampire is pretty tough. And then we can just play another Roustabout. Draw, play land, and say go. Alright, they're playing Biomancy on the Roustabout, so they do get to return Acuity. But we're going to get to draw another card off of that, which probably isn't too bad for us. So, if I swing with everything, do they die? That is the question. So let's say I swing with everything. They block a Vindictive Vampire. They at least lose one from that. So that takes them to 7. And they block my 2 other biggest guys. Maybe these 2. They take 6, and I think they take 7, is my guess. I wonder if I should just play a multicolored card, draw, see what I get. I can play one more. I just kind of want to see if I... Okay. I think we can attack with everything, actually. Because they block this, they at least lose 1. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're pretty close to death here. And I don't think they can block like this and live, unless my math is wrong. I don't think it is, though. Maybe maybe I'm wrong. Well, they go to 7, they take 4, they get drained for another 2. I guess they're not dead. But pretty close to dead next turn. I guess we can play the juggler too and draw some more. Why not? As if we haven't drawn enough. Alright. So we're playing against a super multicolor deck. Oh, they're running the gates probably for Colossus, just as mana rocks. Honestly, Colossus is so good, it's probably worth it. Blade Brand or Drill Bit, or either of those worth our time? They're certainly not aggressive, so I could do the same sort of thing I did last time. It feels like Drill Bit would be good. And Cry of the Carnarium certainly didn't seem good against what they had. So I guess we can cut these and bring these in again. Okay. That seems fine. Okay, we've got a keep here. Looking pretty good. That was a good draw. Alright, I think we'll play the Roustabout. I may hold off on the other 3, though. They seem better served as value off of Tome of the Guild Pact. Could play the Rebel Slinger, I suppose. Hmm. Yeah, I guess we'll wait. Alright. Could Blade Brand, but I think we'll just get in. Make them lose 1. Play the Tome. And then pass. And then next turn we can go Rebel Slinger plus Vizkopa. Oh, I could have skewered there. I should have. Should have killed the Griffin. That was a mistake. I forgot to calculate in how awesome Tome is. So kind of unnecessarily taking some damage here. Or 3 extra damage at least. Okay, well, Scorch Mark's probably, honestly, a better answer for it now, which is nice. I suppose I'm okay trading a Rouseabout for a Slinger. I can skewer the Slinger too, though. 6 mana. Might be in my best interest to... Yeah, we just make the trade. See if they even want to make it. They may not. Because whether they want to make the trade or not, we get Spectacle. And they very well may not. Because at this point, we're quite a bit lower on life. So they may be thinking it's in their best interest to just do it. But no, they're like, whatever. So then that happens. Then we Scorch Mark this dude. And I guess could have done the Rubble Slinger first, I suppose. Well, that's cool. Okay. Okay. So I can't technically block that with any of my guys, so I'm probably going to have to do the Vizkopa to block it. Oh, well, that changes things. So I've got 6 mana. I guess we just go Glass and leave up the Blade Brand. Okay. Alright. So we block the Colossus. Blade Brand. Draw. Kill that. Take 1. Then we have 6 lands. So probably just go Thrall, which can block Beastmaster, but we kind of want to skewer the Beastmaster. So then I guess we skewer Beastmaster, and then play Vizkopa. Yeah, I like that more. Could have done Vizkopa first, but I guess that doesn't play around Quench. I don't know if that matters. Play the land and pass. Alright. So we get in for 4. 7 mana. Play the Acrobat. Go land, so we have another 6, and we can play the Debtor's Transport. Okay. Alright, so we'll get in there. Pump the Acrobat. Deal 9, play a Thrall. Draw. Play a Gate. Play a White. Guess we really don't need to, so we'll just pass. In case of some board wipe or something. Second Gate Colossus, wow. Alright, we'll see you round 3. Alright, round 3. Playing first. Yes, this is a keep. That's a good draw. Alright, we'll just go roust about first here. Alright. I think we'll just take it. I can skewer it and play a Ignis or a Rubble Slinger. Looks like an Ignis, but that's okay. So, I don't even have to. It's a 2-1. Never mind. We'll just play the Rubble Slinger. Well, I feel as though they wouldn't attack. This attack doesn't make a ton of sense unless they have the first strike thing. But I still think I'm going to block. Alright. So that happens. We'll see if we get a land here. We do. So now we can attack and play Slinger and skewer this and pass. Okay. Okay, so now we can just go glass here. Get in for 7. So, a little bit deck. They don't draw, they take damage, and we'll pass. Okay. Hmm. Interesting. All right. So attack with the roustabout. Play an imp. And I guess we'll eat a wrecker. Hmm. Jund. Firewheeler. Well, good news is it can't. Wait a second. I was gonna say can't kill any of our guys, so that's actually okay. Alright, so getting with the imp, playing Ignis and pass. Okay. Guess we'll take 5. Thrall. Can't cast it though. Um, I think we'll. I can attack with both. I can attack with everything, and they block the Ignis. But then if they have something that's high enough power, they'd have to have a 6 power creature and give it haste, and they could kill us. I think I'm just gonna hope they don't have a 6 power creature here. That's actually surprising to me. Guess we'll sandbag the land. Case of discard. Not that it really matters. Alright. So playing against Rakdos aggro deck. Only things I brought in so far are Drillbit and Bladebrand, but Ignis seems fine in this match, as does Cry of the Carnarium. Could be worse considering what we could see, since they are playing green as well. But I'm going to stick to the same plan for now. Yeah, it's a good hand. Hmm. Vindictive is good. Alright. Play an Imp. kind of want to sandbag the Rubble Slinger now for potential tome value, just since it doesn't really add anything to the board. Okay. Um, Slinger now kind of adds something to the board, but I'm not going to. I have a feeling we're gonna have to deal with some bigger problems, so to me it makes more sense to just hang on to the Slinger for now. I mean, if I draw a Glass of the Guild Pact, I'll jam it, but I kind of want to get some value out of it in some way. Um, I see. So they have the first strike thing again. I'm still going to block. And the main reason I'm blocking here is I have Debtor's Transport, which would actually die to the thing anyway. Actually, I guess it's Blade Brand, so they got better value out of it. Okay. So now we'll play a Transport and pass. Okay. Hmm. I think they have the first strike thing anyway, but we'll block. They didn't. Well, block seems much more surprising. Okay. Skewer's good. Definitely good. So we'll attack. We'll juggle first here. Ooh. I think I'm actually gonna play the Slinger. Well, I can do everything, can't I? Okay. I'll just do everything. Okay. I think we're gonna take 3 here because we have the Glass of the Guild Pact. That's a good draw. So now 8 mana, 5, yeah. So we do this, get in there, and make them discard their last card, which is a Guildgate. Not super relevant. Okay. So skewer this, pass. Okay, we're dead, but we'll sandbag the land. Still just really on the fence of playing Cry of the Carnarium. I don't think it's gonna be good enough. Probably rather do a Blade Brand, but even Blade Brand's really kind of painfully mediocre in this match. Is it as mediocre as Cry? So Cry can take out jugglers. I'm trying to think what's more mediocre. I'm having a hard time coming up with it. Maybe I'll just do Drill Bet and take out the Cry. It feels the least mediocre. Okay. We'll play first. That's a keep. All right. Okay. Okay. Guess we'll bid deck it. All right. Okay. All right. So either one of our guys trades, but we can get in for 6 damage. That seems better to me. Okay. Acrobat's pretty good. I think we'll just play the Imp. Well, because it flies. Yeah, I'm actually okay with that. Okay, so we'll get in with the Imp. And then we go Acrobat, Imp, and eat a juggler, and pass. Hey, none of our guys die. It's pretty awesome for us. Right? Take our medicine. We go. Oh, Oh, whatever. Doesn't matter. Cool. Actually, they should have blocked because they had their own Vindictive Vampire, but I guess we had the Skewer follow-up, so it didn't matter. All right, ended up going 2-1. Pretty sweet deck. I enjoyed it. Tome of the Guild Pact, Last of the Guild Pact. We had the synergies to boot with it. It was fun. Double Vindictive Vampire, obviously very good too. Very fun. Hope you enjoyed watching it. We'll see you for the next one.